All right, let's talk about Caleb Williams. We're doing yet another What Went Wrong with Caleb Williams video here as it's starting to become a trend. I mean, he started off really slow. You had a few good games, and you thought, okay, here we go. Caleb Williams starting to show why he was drafted first overall, and now kind of going back to early season Caleb Williams stuff. There were some good plays as well. We'll talk about that, but this is mostly going to be a negative film study. Let's talk about what went wrong, starting off with the play you see on the screen. So first, New England is going to sell as though they are going to be blitzing, right? You see a lot of players lined up, kind of trying to disguise what actually could be happening. And Williams has struggled with this. He just has. There's no getting around it. But on this play, it's going to be a cover 3 zone. And for Caleb Williams, I think he's thinking, hey, if this is the blitz or zone or whatever, you got one safety deep. I have a deep shot right there. I'm just going to throw it deep. Like, hey, I think that's a smart strategy by him. I really do. Well, as you see, Williams, again, takes a bit of an awkward snap, but fires it down the field. Decision, good. Everything about this is good other than, I guess, the rest of the play. Because you see Rome Odunze is just not open. This is good coverage by New England or not great receiving, whatever you want to say. But he's not winning his one-on-one matchups, so it's unfortunate. I still don't hate the idea of he's a good contested catch guy, throw one up in the area, see if you can, have something good happen. I mean, we're seeing Russell Wilson have success with that in Pittsburgh, right? But also, again, it's not a catchable ball. And this is just, it's kind of crazy that this keeps happening with Williams. It seems like so often on these deep shots, they're just not even competitive. It's not even like you have a chance here. Also, this is, to me, a huge example of what they need to do better. Because, okay, listen, we all know the Bears' offensive line, they have a ton of injuries now on top of it. Like, we all know about it, right? But these are plays that's making the issue worse. It's a 2nd down and 7. And first off, New England's blitzing, because that's just what you do against Caleb Williams. His numbers are way worse against the blitz, which also hurts the offensive line, because now they have to deal with more guys, usually. As you see, Caleb Williams runs this play action. He then looks down the field, and to be honest, this is really well blocked by Chicago. I mean, giving him this much time with a 5-man rush, and again, the play action, of course, helps, but, you have time. No one's open down the field, though. That's the issue, and that's been an issue for Chicago is, they went out and got all this receiving help, and it hasn't helped as much as they wanted. So, okay, this part isn't Caleb Williams' fault. You're in a situation. What you want to do, though, is get to a check down, and if you don't love the check down, you can see one on the top of the screen. I think you can make that throw. If you don't want to, that's fine. Throw the ball in the dirt, though. Make it a 3rd down and 7. Instead, Williams, again, he does this where he tries to do too much, and far more often than not, it's resulting in negative plays. That's a sack right there. And again, people watching it will say, oh, offensive line stinks. Well no. That's a situation where you could have had a 3rd down and 7, a much more convertible 3rd down. Instead, it's 3rd down and long, and they don't convert. So it's a bad play. It just is. And then there's also just some wonkiness, I guess is the way I would describe it. This play. 3rd down and 4. The Patriots are going to be in man coverage. And to be honest, they're a bit discombobulated here. There's a lot of hands up in the air, guys not really sure what's going on, which is great news for Chicago because this route concept has a lot of traffic. And if New England's already kind of a bit confused by this, then, okay, you're in a good situation if you're Chicago. As you see, Williams is going to look, and DJ Moore right there is wide open. And DJ Moore and Caleb Williams have had some struggles getting on the same page. And here, that's going to happen again. I'll be honest, it kind of looked like Moore could have maybe tried to lay out for that, but either way, it wasn't a good throw on a wide open receiver on 3rd down and 4. This is just, it's becoming an issue. And I don't think it was just a missed throw. I think he was expecting Moore to kind of flatten out that route, run more towards the top of the screen. I still think it was a little bit of a missed throw, but I don't think that was just a missed throw is what I would say. But also this one, and this isn't DJ Moore. So it's not just DJ Moore and Caleb Williams don't have chemistry. It's some other stuff. This is going to be Rome Odunze once again with a one-on-one matchup, going to run a curl route. As you see, Williams takes the snap, looks and fires in that direction. It was wide open once again, but just not being on the same page. Instead of having be a 3rd and very manageable, if not a 1st down, instead it is an incompletion. Again, these are plays they just have to get better at, and they're really struggling right now. Although part of it, too, is, again, I'm being very hard on Caleb Williams. It is not all Caleb Williams' fault. It just isn't. It would be unfair to say that. This play is a one-on-one matchup. Keenan Allen is, running this one-on-one matchup here. Watch as when Williams takes the snap, he fires in that direction while getting hit. So you're not expecting this to be a completion. And also keep in mind game situation. This is essentially for the game. It's a 4th down and 10. If they convert here, okay, they're still going to be in trouble. But if you don't convert here, it's over. So need a conversion. This is a pretty good throw. I mean, I guess you could say maybe you'd like it there a little bit quicker, but he was hit as he was thrown. So under the circumstances, a great throw from Williams and just not good enough, not able to make the play. His receiver not able to make the play. And that's what they need too sometimes. Is sometimes they need receivers to be able to go up and make a play. That's what they went out and spent a bunch of money in draft picks and all this to get their receiving core where they wanted, and it's not working right now. Also this play, so what's going to happen here is this is a 4th down and 4 situation. So this is earlier in the game, but still a big moment in the game. It's going to be a man coverage concept for New England. And you see that Chicago has a receiver running a route over the middle. That's not Williams' first read, but he is eventually going to get over there. Watch, he first starts off looking towards the offense's left, but quickly gets over. And to be honest, I would have liked to see him make this throw. It's past the 1st down marker. It's open. I think that would have been fine. In fact, even his first read, I wouldn't have hated making that throw either. It's not quite past the 1st down marker, but I think there's enough of an angle that if he makes an accurate throw, they pick up the 1st down. But this is the benefit of Caleb Williams. And you do see these types of plays every game you watch Caleb Williams. Even the worst games, you see this kind of thing. Watch as he's going to scramble up and pick up the 1st down on a 4th and 4. And I know it's not the biggest deal in the world. This is not what you drafted him, all that stuff. Justin Fields can also scramble. I get it. I understand it. It's still a good play, though. It just is. And if he can do more of this, you can start to feel like there maybe is some hope for the Chicago Bears. I don't think it's over, and we have seen him play better, but there's just so many issues, and I do wonder how much of this is coaching, because all these miscommunications, sometimes it's not coaching. Sometimes you have good coaches, and just for whatever reason, the players can't figure it out. That is possible, but it might be the coaching too, right? And I think it's at a certain point, you are going to see a shift get made in Chicago. I certainly don't think Eberflus is long for this world unless the Bears go on this incredible second half turnaround, which, hey, in fairness, they did do that last year as well, where it was too little too late, but they did get a lot better in the second half. Is it possible they could do something like that again? Again, I made a whole video last week talking about the offensive line issues and how many issues those were. Those felt like a lot of coaching things. The routes here feel like a lot of coaching things. There is hope that this can get better, but as of right now, there's a lot of room for it to get better because it's not very good right now. So, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Definitely not giving up on Caleb Williams, but it's going to have to turn it around at some point. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.